Good evening, everybody. How goes? So we got Shiv, Useless, Varangian Vanguard. Let's see, Billy Gray, Vortex. Let's see, Pro Rock was here a little while ago too. How goes it, everybody? What are y'all up to? And I'm also going to do a slight test over on the Twitch side of things and make sure this chat widget is working properly this time. Testing 222. Aha! It works! Victory is mine! I literally did nothing to it. It just seems to be working properly now. I don't know why, but whatever. Anyway, yes, we must go play with the Megaships, because why not? Seems like fun, right? You're in the lurk mode. Lurking is cool. Lurking is good. Although if you feel like chatting, that's even better. I like to chat. Chatting is fun. Yes, the Freedom to Land shirt. Designed by yours truly. This is Freedom to Lance, and then it's got a whole bunch of nonsense on it. I actually have the JPEG for that somewhere around on my computer. You could get a 1080 Ti when the next series of cards comes out. It will cost a little bit less, but I mean, if you're gonna upgrade, you might as well go all the way. Varangian Vanguard, appreciate the follow over on Twitch. But yes, I am streaming on both. I have both Twitch and YouTube's up and running now, which is kind of nice, actually. Yeah. We're flying the massive space donger today. Because why not, right? Well, yeah, I appreciate that ring in Vanguard. Might as well get the latest and greatest when it's out. Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of upgrading to the latest and greatest, I did go ahead and put up the donation goal to get my office/bedroom redone so I can redo this setup so it's it'll be so much more efficient for streaming, and yeah, it'll be so, yeah, it'll just be nice. And I add a third monitor so I can more easily keep an eye on things that are going wrong, because right now if something goes wrong, I have to alt tab out of the stream, you know, to be able to see it, and it's not particularly efficient. So amongst other things, looking forward to 3-1. Oh yeah, that little bit that they teased, that's definitely the crate. It's definitely the crate. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, the Challenger, I want to know what that is. Like, I suspect it's the Alliance's version of the Federal dropship. For some reason, alt tabs in your muscle memory. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, because we use it so much. Hey, Backlap, how goes it, man? What are you up to? Round to the stars, scoop of the fuel.
Warning, temperature critical.
There is no crate, only Chief Queef. Chief Keef. Or Chief Beef, depending. Remodeled Chieftain. Well, yeah, it's honestly, I think the Alliance is doing the exact same approach that the Federation did. You know, is that the ships are based on the same frame, but you know, they're built differently internally with some minor differences on the outside so they can do different things. Yeah, it definitely does look bigger, but I don't know if that's just because of the angle and zoom that they were using or if it actually is bigger. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. So many questions and not enough answers. Hopefully it'll have fighters. Maybe. I guess we'll find out before long. I mean, granted, that's still almost a freaking month away. Like, when they said Q2, like, man, they're really stretching it. Kind of make Brett's comment a few weeks ago about it being closer than people might think kind of look a little silly. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of the Challenger yet. Like, I don't know. I'll make up my mind, kind of like with the Chieftain. Like, I'll make up my mind for certain once I actually get in the thing and get to fly it a little bit. Now, Vortex, that was Brett that said that. And I I bet he regrets it. Yeah, stream delay is a thing. Oh man. Actually, to be fair, using Restream does kind of make the stream delay a little bit worse. Instead of it being like 8, 9, 10 seconds, it'll probably be about 12 or 13. Maybe a little bit more, I'm not really sure. I know, right, Pro Rock? I was thinking the same thing. It's like, whoo. Ooh. Like, man, just man. Like, the Chieftain already hull tanks quite well. And if the Challenger is supposed to outdo it, yikes, man. Alright, let's see if this thing is even still here. Yes, it is. Yeah. We're gonna go get it. Wonder if they showed a large plasma charger. Hey, Tato, what's going on, man? You know, I don't know. I don't know what that was. It kind of did look like one. It even sounded like one, too, like, because when it came out, like, you could hear, like, a little bit of that charging noise. It sounded very much like a plasma charger. Now, I don't know if that, I mean, that could have just been, you know, video editing tomfoolery. Or it could have been the real thing. Won't know until someone actually unlocks the thing. Which makes me... Yeah, it does kind of look like one too. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes me want to get out and about and actually unlock some things. Oh, Xantaya! Coming with the $10 just for being who you are. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Numenor, how goes it, man? What are you up to? Class 3 railgun? I would love a Class 3 railgun. Are you kidding? You would think so, Backlap. I mean, but this is Frontier we're talking about, so I'm trying not to make any assumptions. Just departed Jameson to catch up with Small Worlds 3. Nice. Speaking of expeditions, I think I've been debating this for a while, but I think I'm gonna sign up for Distant Worlds 2. Because I don't know, just after the Enigma expedition and getting a feel for how that worked, I think I might be able to do Distant Worlds. Like, and that's gonna be fun. That'll be so much fun. Class 3 rails, fried eggs, and co-pilot included. Well, yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Distant Worlds 2. I've been debating it off and on for a while, but I mean, just screw it. Might as well. All right, it can't hurt. All right. I am carrying 300 limpets. Let's see if I can get in here and do the thing. I also need to put the, what is it? Data link scanner needs to go on the thing. As a matter of fact, I know how that's gonna work.
Scan detected.
There. Perfect. That'll work. Hey, 7-Eleven, what's going on, man? You will scan the thing. Fly the cutter like a fighter, because that always works out. Alright, now supposedly there's things. Cargo bay. Hackable data transmitter. Where is that? This way. Pretty long. Yes, it is definitely a long one. That's what she said. Alright, so then you scan that thing. I'm trying to do this from memory because I haven't done this for a while. And then recon limpets. Go on. Do the thing. Ah, this is just what I was in at the time.
Link established.
An Orca. No! No, no, no. No Orca nonsense. This needs to die. Holy cow, look at all of that stuff. Whoa. All right then. Finally made your 10 billion goal. Nice. That's a lot. All right, so then what do we do? Leave the instance and then come back? Is that what we do? I'm pretty sure that's what we do. Yeah, backlash. I got quite a bit from that, actually. Hey, Lucas, how goes it? What are you up to, man?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, yeah, I got quite a bit of data from that thing. We're gonna fly a little bit away. We're gonna fly away from it, turn around, drop back in, and try that again. Because legend has it that there's a way to rinse and repeat this and get tons of data. And if it's really that simple, holy crap. Yes, Numenor, they certainly did. They looked cratish to just about everybody who was paying attention. Alley-oop. Okay, now that I'm getting used to the cutter, I actually don't mind this thing as much as I used to. That is really weird of me to say. Yeah, the relogging's faster, but it's not really all that stream friendly. So I think I'm just gonna stick with what I'm doing. Come on, scan the thing! Do it! What do you mean, invalid limpet target? Come on.
Programming limpet drone.
Oh wait, no, I need to... That's right. I'm an idiot. That thing.
Programming limpet drone. Scan detected.
Need a recon limpet controller.
Recon limpet. Link established.
Any Megaship preferable? Ones that are in an anarchy system, and I'm guessing the science ones work best. Modified embedded firmware. Aberrant shield pattern, distorted shield cycle, classified scan banks. Whee! Alright, well, off we go. We're gonna do this again! This is, holy crap, this is easy! What the hell? If they subvert the crate into some sort of alliance ship, in lore terms, the crate was 100% pirate-only ship. You know, that's a good point, Turgeon.
Cannot comply.
It'd help if I put that stuff away. You know, that's actually a really good point.
3.
The crate Was it actually only a pirate ship, or was it used, you know, or did like bounty hunters and other combat-oriented people use it? No problem, Backlap. Like, the system that I'm in right now is, like, it's unoccupied, so I don't know why the Megaship is here, but, you know, there's no system authority to bug you, so... Round we go. This is almost too easy. Wasn't it Guardian Human Hybrid? The crate? Absolutely not. No, the crate is a very old ship. Yeah, I remember that Bill Turner has got one. I mean, you're just not going to see anyone actually flying one of the old ones, because supposedly the old crate is virtually non-existent now. At least, you know, according to the lore that we've heard, between Drew Wager's books and everything we've heard, you know, from Frontier, etc., etc. For science, man. What's the system? It's LP something or other. Dadgummit. This one. LP 634-1. Still grinding rank to get the cutter? No, I'm flying the cutter right now. Already have it.
Scan detected.
That was back in the days of Elite 2. Yikes.
Programming limpet drone.
Go, Limpet, go! Hacketh me all of the things.
Scan detected. Recon limpet.
Yeah, it is a white dwarf. I actually ran into a couple of white dwarfs on the way out here. Yeah, I'm skipping that song. That one's getting on my nerves. Cargo holds have materials as well as manufactured stuff. Ooh, interesting. Alright then. Let's check Ye Cargo Bay. See what kind of interesting goodness can be gotten here. I'm gonna scan the thing. And then hit it with a recon.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah. Invalid limpet target, it says. That's weird. Try to scan it again. Yeah, Michael. That's during the simul stream with the others is when I finished off the rank for the cutter on this account anyway. How many new ships are on the update? 2 that I know of. Oh, I'm not carrying any hatch breakers. I only set up to come out and get data stuff. I know, right, Machine? I wondered about that. They were awful proud of that thing. I am not really a fan of that trailer. It's very underwhelming. It's like, yes, the fidelity and the visual fidelity and detail was quite good, but like as a trailer, something that's supposed to make me excited for, you know, the next update, I was like, what is this nonsense? No, I'm not excited. I'm bored. Like, at least give me something to build up some hype here. Like, that wasn't anything hype-ish. We just saw some scouts flying next to a planet that may or may not have been Earth, From that angle, it was impossible to tell. Got the ass end of a ship that looks like it would be the crate based on what they've teased in the past. And that's really about it. I don't know, machine. I can't tell. Just from the angle and the lighting, it's very difficult for me to tell one way or the other. I mean, maybe someone with sharper eyes than me will be able to tell you.
Scan detected.
Like, a part of me hopes it's Earth because, like, this Thargoid story really needs to ramp up, and, you know, attacking Earth would be a really good way to do just that.
Scan detected.
NHB, how goes it? What are you up to? Well, I probably should not have boosted. That was a bad idea. And we'll do the... well.
Scan detected.
Alright, come on, you gigantic behemoth. Slow down. Watching me, well, feels good, man. Feels like voyeurism. No, I'm just kidding. There's no voyeurism here. That. And that.
Programming limpet drone.
There we are. Off you go, Limpet. Get me the stuff.
Recon limpet. Link established.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, it was kind of meant to. I have a very awkward sense of humor sometimes. Getting 2 ships, that's 2 more runs to Beagle Point for me. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Ooh, cracked industrial firmware. I've been needing some more of that. Feels flippin' good, man. When do we get to see what a Guardian looks like? Because only Ramton knows. Yeah, and it literally has been years. It's been almost 2 years now, actually.
Cannot comply.
What? And help if I put that away. And he even knows what Guardian porn is like, but we haven't seen Jack. Like this? What? What? What kind of nonsense is this? Like, he gets all the good stuff, and we get nothing. Not even like a still frame from one of the videos that he's seen. Feels bad, man. Guardian music too. He knows their top 10s. Feels real bad, man. I want to know their top 10s. Like an inquiring mind wants to know. And let's see it. That one. And it is that way. Okay. I used to bash the cutter for the way it handles, but now that I'm getting used to it, having flown it for, yeah, a couple of hours now, it's actually not as bad as I remember. Some of that's because I engineered this thing. This thing does have grade 5 dirty drives on it, but it's only C grade thrusters though too. So it's nowhere near as fast as it could be. But it does handle much, much nicer. It'd be helpful if you were singing from their song sheet. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Good lord. All that data. How come nobody told me about this earlier? I would have been coming out here to get all this data bullshit that I've been needing for ages. What the heck? Man.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, I am curious to see what else is coming in quarter 2, because it's supposed to be a content update, so they're supposed supposedly have added in more assets for the aliens, for the Thargoids in particular, etc, 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 so they can further develop this story. Now what I want to know is where the heck are they taking this story? Numenor, not bad is the same as actually good. Well, that depends on your definition. Hey, Sirius Scepter, what's going on, man? Yeah, there was that whole redacted thing. That's a teaser. That's all that is. Like, I wish they would have given us a little bit more than that.
Scan detected.
Look, that one. And there it is. Da 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 da. Scan the thing.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, though there's plenty of things we don't know yet.
Recon limpet. Link established.
There's so much we don't know. Oh, that encryption, data banks, cracked industrial. Man. What the heck? This is... Okay. This is almost too easy. Is this more lucrative than just scanning a distribution center in a famine system? Absolutely. Hey, Anarias, what's going on, man? The difference here, Michael, is that the variety of data materials that you get from this is a lot greater. I'm getting modified embedded firmware, cracked industrial, along with a bunch of other scan data and stuff like that you don't get when you're just in one of those distribution centers. Where am I? It's a LP something or other. I think it's like LP 634-1, if I remember right. Crate was supposed to come with 3.0. So, who knows? But yeah, well, we actually did have the Guardian FSD boosters in 3.0, but they were broken. So, I don't think that was intentional. I think they actually did want them to work, but they obviously messed up something because they were 10 kinds of just broke. It was bad. Yeah, I'm getting the whole pattern to this thing figured out. I like it. Oh, and that's gonna be an impact. A mild one. Ha! Feels good, man.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, the fact that I'm in the system does not necessarily mean that I remember what the hell it's called.
Recon limpet. Link established.
Dun, da, 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 da. What do you think for a class 3 plasma charger? 15 weapons blueprints. No more of this whole nonsense. Classified. Yeah, I'm getting at least one modified embedded firmware or one cracked industrial with almost every single scan of this thing. I can live with this. I can most certainly live with this. Yeah, hopefully, Michael. Hopefully. Now, that being said, there is a reason that I have not even touched the Guardian weapons or modules whatsoever, and that's because the grind was too much. Now, as I said last week, on the simul stream with Obsidian Ant and everyone else, if I am saying that the grind is too much, there's a problem. Like, you guys have seen the stupid shit that I've done. I flew all the way to Beagle Point non-stop, even in one stream with no canopy, just for fun. You know, that was 17 hours of my life that I spent doing that. And I'm telling them that the grind is too much for Guardian stuff. Like, that's a sign. So all the last lot did was insult the visual and sound designers that Guardian ruins by turning their great work into a boring grind. I know! That's kind of how I feel about it, too. Now it'll be a mission to get 15. No. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that this whole bonus weekend thing that they had going on is at least a sign that they understand that, you know, the grind needs to be lessened, that this is just a game and people don't necessarily have the time to spend, you know, 20 hours just to unlock one flippin' module that may or may not even be any good, depending on, you know, a person's tastes and piloting type and all that kind of thing. But there's no way to know until they actually spend the time to do it, and, you know, wasting that kind of time just to, you know, on an uncertainty, it seems like a little much. 15,000 engineer roles over multiple accounts, and you say the kind. Good God, Vortex! Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Let's look. I can actually show you guys how many roles that I've actually done. There's nowhere near that many. Nowhere near. Let's see, where the heck is it? Crafting. Here we go. This is mine. 2,847 altogether is all I've done. So, yeah. Guero! What's going on, man? Is that Guero Marinero? Oh, Pro Rock, it's probably because of locale. Why is there a 20-30 second chat lag on YouTube? Some of that has to do with the stream delay. Like, half of it is the stream delay, and then a small part of it is because the chat widget that I'm using reacts to Twitch chat almost immediately, whereas it takes a few seconds for the YouTube side of it to actually post. I don't know why that is. I'm going to imagine that it's probably something to do with the way YouTube has their chat set up. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, I never imagined that it would be this easy to just farm a Megaship for data materials of all things. Huh. Who was it that pointed this out? Was that you, Vortex, that was talking about this yesterday? Hey, Tantalus, what's going on, man? So watch the Twitch stream instead? I mean, it's up to you. I personally don't have a whole lot of preference. I mean, you can watch on Twitch or you can watch on YouTube. It is pretty much wherever. I set up the Twitch side of things because the YouTube side does, you know, misbehave on a fairly regular basis, but the Twitch side of things always seems to stay relatively stable, at least in comparison.
Scan detected.
Does it get rid of the chat lag? Probably. It should reduce it by a bit. If you guys want, hey, what's going on, Kazan? But if you guys want my Twitch link, you can do !Twitch in the YouTube chat, and the bot will post a link to my Twitch channel, and you could switch over there if you really wanted to. As I said, it doesn't really matter a whole lot to me personally which one you want. Kazan, appreciate the host, man. Oh, I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad.
Recon limpet. Link established.
Abusing the ever-living hell out of this Megaship because it is definitely in the wrong spot if, you know, it wants to be left alone. The nice thing with all this stuff is that even if it's, you know, materials I don't want, I can trade these up for things that I do. This makes this so much better. Yeah, people still play. But YouTube for you at work and Twitch is blocked. Feels bad, man. But also, don't get yourself in trouble at work. I know I used to try and get away with a lot a few years ago. And okay, so a few years ago when I was, you know, fresh out of the military and trying to get myself set up, I worked as a manager at a fast food place, and I was working on overnights. Well, to help make things more, shall I say, bearable, now you can call yourself anything you want on YouTube also. But to make things more bearable working on the overnights, I used to, I have a fairly decent set of speakers that are on my PC. And I used to unplug them, pack them up, take them with me to work, and plug my phone into them, and I would let my employees you know, choose what music and stuff goes on. You know, we can listen to something that's not the god awful radio that, you know, most restaurants have playing all the time. And that was how we that was how we passed the time. It was glorious. I'm glad I worked on the overnights though, because if I had tried that like during the day, even if I was like at the very back of the store, I'd never gotten away with that. This is LP634-1 for those that want to try this.
Programming limpet drone.
Take your Bluetooth speaker to work on setup days.
Heatsink deployed. Recon limpet. Link established.
Yeah, see, that's kind of how it was for me too, Tom. It's like, yeah, that's just kind of how it was on the overnights. Now, ooh, more cracked industrial. Yes. Probably, Tantalus, probably. I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. I mean, technically it was supposed to have jumped today, I believe, but for some reason it's still here. Yeah, that's my bad. I know you by the name more so than your screen name. You have decon limpets instead of hatch breakers? How'd you do that? Like, waving the space donger. Yeah, it took me a while to decide what I wanted to name this thing, but now it is the BB Donger. Big Black Donger. Big Oof. Hey, Pirate, what's going on, man? Long time no see. What are you up to? Speaking of Megaships, jumped, Nosa should be an Epsilon Indy. Yeah. Epsilon India is a fun place. Named it Orchid Daddy. No! No, 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 no. None of this Orca nonsense. And where's the thing? Oh, there's the thing. We will go scan the thing. Cutter's the flag. That one. Okay, I don't get that one. Scan this thing. Yeah, I typically stream at... Oh, geez. What time is it for you when I start streaming? Probably around... Only like 3 or 4 in the morning or some crazy nonsense like that.
Programming limpet drone.
Actually, you know what I should do? Should just do that. I'll make this easier. Now you have to go to work, Numenor. Feels bad, man. Post that in the Discord chat? Yeah, no problem. Here's the LP634-1. There you go. I put it in the general chat on Discord for you. Unengineered. The flogged equine beaten horse. Ah! Ah! I get it. Yamix would like that name, I think. Hey, appreciate the sub, Philip. Welcome to the stream in the channel, man. If you're hanging around in the chat, feel free to say hello. It's 9 p.m., not that late, bloody American. Oh yeah, Pyro lives in he's in upside down land though. He's in Australia. There's yeah, Pyro's in upside down land though. For you guys, you're only 6 hours ahead of me. 5 hours during that weird time when, you know, our time has moved forward an hour, but you guys haven't yet. And it confuses me trying to keep track of everything. Spider hunting season? I know, right? Dun, 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 dun.
Scan detected.
Go away. Why did I double click that? I have no idea. Only a state away. Yeah, see, I live in Kansas, so Colorado, Nebraska, Missouri. You know, all of them. Oklahoma. They're down south. That's where Phoenix is, actually. That son bitch.
Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, you're a little ways north. A little ways. Yeah, I live right smack in the middle of the United States. Like, the physical center of the continental United States is only like 100 or so miles west of where I'm at. It's kind of funny. This is, my God, this is way too easy. I know I've said that like 100 times in the last 45 minutes, but my God, if it's not true. Suggest Oxy uses wormholes to differentiate for time dilation.
3, 2, 1.
This is, no. Yeah, so that's wrong universe, sir. Completely wrong universe. You would spend some time in Kansas. Corn is nice. Yeah, the other thing that we have a lot of is wheat, especially out west. And we have cows. Corn, wheat, cows. That's about the extent of things. I wish I could say I was lying, but I'm totally not. There really isn't much else here. Pro Rock, not necessarily. There's a lot of things that play into that, and there's a lot of regional difference between you and me too. So that's not helping matters as far as instancing is concerned. Isn't Kansas a state that's way hot? Yes, technically. I mean, we're in the Midwest, so you know, where Kansas is, we're a pretty good ways away from, you know, like the desert areas of the states. And where I am, you know, there's not a mountain range anywhere near here either. So, but it's all, you know, like grassland, you know, prairie, that kind of thing. So it's all very flat and boring. Now, the reason that Kansas gets so flappin' hot is because we get southerly winds from the Gulf, and that, like, that's really toasty. So we get that, but then we also get all of the humidity that comes with it, and we get, you know, the moisture and stuff like that that comes from the Rocky Mountains, which, you know, they're a good ways west of us, but the current, we're right in the middle of the damn current. So we get all of the nastiness. It just kind of congeals here. So we get all the humidity from down south, all of the humidity from the mountains, you know, all of the moisture that comes from that. And then so then during the summertime, you know, it's 95-100% humidity and it's hot as balls. It'll be like 105 degrees Fahrenheit here. But then during the winter, it gets cold as shit. Well, at least when it's a proper winter. This past winter was not that bad at all. It was very mild. I'm actually a little bit concerned about that. Like, it really didn't drop down, because normally wintertime here is super, super cold. You know, it'll be like 5-10 degrees Fahrenheit, freaking snow and all kinds of other crap. This year, like this past winter, it really didn't drop much below about 0 degrees Celsius. You know, there was a couple of days where it did that were actually cold, but not as many as I'm used to. Northeast had a long winter. Yeah, so you guys got all of it and we got nothing. Drove to Chanute. Why were you in Chanute? Please tell me it was for something more than a car wash. Like, see, I live in Lawrence, so there's at least some stuff here. And then the Kansas City metro area is not far away. You know, it's literally, let's see which direction. Yeah, it's literally about 30 miles that way from where I live. Guild leader from Star Wars Galaxies. That game's dead.
Scan detected.
Unfortunately so, too. I miss that game. Near Canadian border. Well, Alaska... Picking up a lift for a tow truck. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alaska, if you're gonna be in Alaska, you've got to work for like, you almost have to work for the state or an oil company.
4, 3.
Yeah, there is the emu. That is true. I do miss that game though. I wish Sony hadn't killed it with, you know, some of the crap that they did to, you know, the combat upgrade and the NGE. I liked it when it was, you know, the classic Star Wars Galaxies, the original, the OG, where if you missed the damn shuttle, you had to wait there for half an hour to get another one. Those were the days. Like, there was not engaging gameplay, but then like we made our own fun. Some of the random crap that happened when you were waiting for shuttles to show up was glorious. Yeah, you'll get no argument from me on that one, Michael. None whatsoever. I really do miss that game though. It was fun.
Scan detected.
Really, Turgeon? Like, I never really, you know, messed with the jump to light speed stuff that much. The ships, for whatever reason, just didn't interest me that much. There is an ear that has jump to light in it, but it's post NGE. Yeah, definitely not. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. No way, no how. More cracked industrial. Man, this is too easy. What the heck? Alright, Kazan, we'll see you later, man. Take it easy. You're a master ship, right? Nice. Yeah, I tend to stick to like the melee stuff. I think my main character, the build that I was using, I was Master Terraskasai, Master Swords, Master Brawler, and then I had Polearm. I had a couple of things in Polearms. I remember grinding Jedi and Indoor like 7,000 clicks from Starport. Killing small frogs. Yeah, this is true, Turgeon. This is very true. Now, that said, I almost doubt that they are watching. I would actually be very surprised if they've actually ever watched anything that I've done. I'd be very surprised. Well, no, wait, I should take that back. I know Zach Antonacci has watched the SRV race video that I put together for my old player group's 1 year anniversary. Jeez, how long ago was that? That was a year and a half ago. That's it. I don't think they've watched anything else that I've done besides, you know, besides the my Control-Alt-Space video, which yours handily outdid mine. That is for certain. Michael, yeah, great minds think alike. They watch but they don't listen. Yeah, it feels like that sometimes. That's for sure. Now we are going to be doing another stream tomorrow, same time as last time. And we're going to be talking about the quarter 2 update, same thing. You know what I mean? 3.1. We'll be talking about that stuff tomorrow, same time as before. Hey, Terran Cord, what's going on, man? Ah, more data. More! I ever play Earth and Beyond? No, I didn't, actually. Dun 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 da. Excited about the talk, not the update. Feels like mixed feelings, man. Hey, DN, how goes it, man? What are you up to?
3, 2, 1, engage.
All right, up we go. Dun 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 dun. Round we go. And turn this behemoth around. This is like the one time where I'll actually sit here and play with data for ages at a time, because this is almost nonsense. What masochism is it? Actually, none. This poor science megaship is out here in the middle of flipping nowhere with no government, no system authority around. You know, nothing to keep it safe. And so we're just kind of abusing it for data. I would say it's for science, but it's really for the engineers. The first real space MMORPG was by Westwood. I never played that. Dun 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 dun. No. Dun, slow down, slow down. Sub targets, click, go. Yeah. Hello there, Land God. How are you today, sir?
Link established.
Yaw broke on your Logitech last night at lunch. Whoops. Now, is it just that it doesn't return to 0, or does it just go crazy? Modified embedded firmware. Heck yeah, I can live with that. Yeah, EA does seem to have a habit of killing like half of the good stuff. I don't know why. I honestly wish I could figure out why, because it doesn't make any flapping sense to me whatsoever. Half the nonsense that goes on with EA. It doesn't zero out.
3, 2, 1.
Is it like when you twist it, it just sits there and doesn't physically go back? But if you were to physically move it back, would it still center? Because it sounds an awful lot like what happened to mine about a year ago. A little over a year ago, actually. EA, you don't have words for it. Nobody has words for EA. At least none that make any sense. Dun 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 dun. Alley-oop. EA is that company that I love to hate because they're so bad. Like, they're so bad, they make Frontier look like the best ever. Now, don't get me wrong, Frontier, they're actually quite good at a lot of things, but I don't think game balance is one of them. I think that is the one thing that I think that they really, really need some help with. Well, they're not touching me at all, Pro Rock. X56 did the same thing a few days ago. Ah, it feels bad, Astro. Mine hasn't done nothing for... Like, mine's actually been behaving for a while. Software bug, most likely not a hardware problem.
Link established.
Yeah, see, in my case, it was the actual spring and return mechanism inside the stick broke. So I would twist it, and then it would just sit there, and it wouldn't actually return to 0. More cracked industrial. Heck yes. God, this is so easy. Ah! You figure it's wind blows 10? I would have agreed with you, except for, well, you know what? I can't really say anything because I've seen some really awkward Windows 10 issues come up, especially with USB devices lately, and some of them just don't make sense. Hey, Soundo, how goes it, man? What are you up to? Like some people have just reported some really interesting behavior. Man, this is gonna be like 2 songs in a row that I've skipped because they are super annoying. Yeah. Like, when was it? Early May, late April, something like that. I don't know. It wasn't too long ago. It was about a month ago-ish. I let Windows Update do its thing, and I had to redo all of my dead zones and profiles and everything for this HOTAS because Windows 10 was just like, haha, USB device. It will no longer work. And at the same time, it messed up the microphone, my microphone settings too. I was getting this weird like dual microphone thing going on because this thing, like okay, my headset, it may not look like it, but it actually does have a microphone that's working on it right this instant. It actually has 2 different microphones. There's one that's just like up in a hole, like right over here. It's basically like a phone mic. Is what it is, and then there's an actual one that plugs in, you know, it's on a boom that comes out here. But like after the update, I put my headset on and was on Discord trying to talk to people, and I was getting like this weird dual thing going on, and I couldn't figure out what in the blazes was happening. And yeah, it was weird because I was getting feedback from this one, like in the headset itself. It was so awkward. I had to physically unplug it in the back, and then power cycle the entire machine and then plug it back in before it worked properly. I don't know why. It is so awkward. After E&B, you went to WoW, then Guild Wars. You know, I actually played Guild Wars for a little while. It was a fun game. I was just never able to stick around in it too awful long. Here, the headset, how's the review coming? I actually am writing the script for it now. I did have a script for it written out about a month ago, and I was going to release it, but then I just never did. But I'm glad that I've waited a little bit because I've got a couple of nitpicky things to add to it. Because now that I've spent a good bit of time with it, you know, and I use this thing for 12 plus hours a day, right? So it's definitely wearing in now. And now that it is, I'm able to more accurately compare, you know, like how comfortable it is over the long term as compared to, say, like the HyperX Cloud 2 and like the Corsair Void, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm glad that I've waited, and it will be coming probably a week or 2 from now, roughly, somewhere in there. Yes, Guero. While I was at PAX East, I stopped by the Lucid Sound booth. You know, Lucid Sound is the company that makes the headset that I'm using now. Well, at the time, I was using a HyperX Cloud 2, and the speaker cone in the right cup was beginning to deform, and you could hear the magnets slapping each other sometimes because, you know, it was malformed, and it was bad, very, very annoying. So I got to talking to these guys at the Lucid Sound booth about, you know, because I'd never heard of them before. So I was asking them, you know, like, you know, what their products are like, etc., etc. And I probed them a lot on, you know, do they think their headsets are, you know, built to last the long term and that kind of thing. And he said absolutely. He said, you know, he did, you know, give me the caveat that they're a new company, so their products have only been out there for a year and a half, 2 years, blah, 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 blah. I was like, whatever, that should be long enough. And he's... So, yeah, he seems to think that his stuff could hold up over the long term. So, I talked them into giving me this headset to review. So, I walked out of PAX East with this headset from Lucid Sound, and with the condition that I have to do a review on it and then send it to them so they can see it. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. But now that I've spent some, you know, a good bit of time with this thing, and I know it better, I'll be able to give it a better review. And then hopefully they listen to the bits of feedback that I've got, because I do have a couple of kind of negative points to kind of prod them on a little bit, but overall it's actually quite good. Warcraft 2 1996, build a peasant, ready to serve. Something need doing? Okay. God, that's I remember those days. Warcraft 2 was such a good game. Warcraft 3 was pretty good, though I'm not sure that I liked the whole hero aspect. You know, like, you've got these characters that are in there that are super powerful with these crazy abilities. It kind of removed a little bit of the strategy element to things. Because wherever you took this hero character, you were just... You kind of had, you know, an inherent advantage, and I feel like that maybe made things a little bit too easy. Because Warcraft 2 was hard in certain areas, it really was. That's one of the things that I really, really liked about it.
Scan detected.
Yeah, it was a lot more story-driven in comparison, that's true. The story in Warcraft 2 was really good, though.
Programming limpet drone.
Warcraft 1 is the one that I have beef with, and that's because I could never figure out how to get past the very first mission, because it told you, you know, you have to mine X amount of gold, right? Well, so there's some nonsense like that. I don't remember what it was. All I remember is the fact that you, with the resources that were on the map, you couldn't actually get what it wanted you to get. It doesn't matter how you tried to do it. It was just bad. So I don't know how anyone ever got past it. Michael, yeah, Diablo 2 was pretty good. I played the first one. I actually got the first one for Christmas. When I was in 8th grade. That would be Christmas 1999, I think, is when I got the first one for Christmas. And it was good. I played the ever-living hell out of it for months. And then And then Diablo 2 showed up. So I got that on with my own money. And I played the hell out of that for freaking 6 years. How old am I? I'm 31. Graduated high school in 2005. You got Diablo 1, 2, and 3. You beat them all. Feels good, man. I've actually streamed Diablo 3 before here on YouTube's. It's a fun game in its own right.
Scan detected.
It lacks the magic of the first two, I think. I shouldn't knock it for that, but I kind of do a little bit because, you know, the magic of the first two is kind of what made it for me.
Recon limpet. Link established.
I haven't figured out this whole seasons thing yet as far as, you know, Diablo 3. I just play it so I can have fun. And who doesn't like killing zombies and skeletons and demons and... That stuff greatly amuses me. You can't mule between characters. No, you just put stuff in the stash. Yeah, that's really all you have to do. You grind the requirements to get items. Yeah.
3, 2.
And I don't like how in Diablo 3 you can't like customize your character statistics, you know, like your intelligence, your strength, your agility, all of that kind of stuff. It's all pre-selected for you. Still having to work at 9:45 feels bad, Anariah. Ooh, excuse me. Whew. I had me some chicken Alfredo right before stream. And a little bit of aftertaste going on there. Ugh. You don't get stuff for other tunes if you play one. This is true, yeah. Yeah, I know that's how you do it, Terrancore, but like it's bullshit. It's such bullcrap. It's like I want to be able to customize my character statistics and then use items as an augment to that, not, you know, like the sole way to customize my character. That's that is probably like the one thing that bugs me about Diablo 3 is that I would say feels bad, but in this case feels young, man. Feels good, man.
Programming limpet drone.
Paragon system is shit. You know, I kind of like the bonuses that you get from Paragon levels, though.
Recon limpet. Link established.
And the fact that all the stuff that you get from the Paragon system carries over with, you know, to all your other characters the moment that you get them up to max level. Like, that's kind of nice. Modified embedded firmware. Heck yes. Option codes. You're getting all kinds of good stuff.
Detected.
From D2, you miss the muling. Log in, wait for your friend to mule, and then you switch. Nah. Okay. I went through a time in Diablo 2 where I baited people into letting me mule for them, and they would give me some like their good shit, and then I would just log off. I was an asshole in Diablo 2, actually, now that I think about it. I really was. I was an ass. That's why I don't like systems like that. It's easy to abuse. Warframe and Elite. I don't know. They would have to change the way Warframe does everything before I would bother. Because Warframe gives me a legit headache. Like, I can't play it for very long. Like 30 minutes is the max, and then I just can't do it anymore. Yeah, Soundo, it works. I'm getting all kinds of data materials from this. This is this is kind of dumb, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Got power leveled in D3, then it gave me their drops. Nice. Nice, Anariath. No, I don't have it running. I don't, especially if I'm streaming. ED Disco is not going to be running. I've virtually never let ED Disco, Market Connector, none of that stuff run. Only if I need it for something. I think with Diablo 3 though, when I started playing it again a few months ago, I really didn't take that long for me to hit max level. After that, it's just kind of been Paragon stuff and that kind of thing. It really hadn't been all that difficult. That's kind of like, that's the one thing I miss with like Diablo 2 and the original Diablo, is that like there was some challenge to it. Like you did kind of actually have to know what you were doing. Diablo 3, it just seems like Hulk smash, everything die. Man, this, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. That's all right. Ollie-oop. There's the big black donga. Endgame is soloing rifts. Yeah, I've done some of the rifts. They're not that hard. As long as you're only doing ones that are, you know, right about what you like, what your item level and stuff is, and yeah. And then it's not so bad. But oof. Some of the higher level rifts are nasty. What's the highest one I've done? Only like 10 or something like that. That's about it. StarCraft 2 at least has a good storyline. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It's like the new Black Ops, for instance. There's no story. There's no single player too. I'm not going to touch that game. No single player, no interest. Now, this game, Elite Dangerous, is kind of an obvious exception to that, but that's mostly because I like spaceships and I can do whatever I want. Yeah, see, I don't actually own StarCraft 2. I have the original StarCraft, though. I picked that up for free a while back. Dun, 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 dun. Up we go. Look at the transmitter. God, I wonder how many times people have done this to this poor thing.
Programming limpet drone.
StarCraft 2 multiplayer is good and the arcade part's good. Nice.
Scan detected.
Best single player game you ever played is Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah. I know the first time you play through Coder 1, the plot twist there blew my mind. And then especially like when it's giving you like all the flashback sequences and like all of the hints and everything that got dropped, you know, up to that point. And I'm just like, I was sitting here thinking to myself, how in the blazes did I miss it? But yeah, it was so good. It's so good. That's like one of the biggest plot turnabouts that I've ever experienced in any game ever, and they pulled it off so well.
1. Engage.
They really did. They pulled it off really, really well. Dun 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 dun. Round we go. No problem, Soundo. We'll see you later, man. Take it easy. I am probably going to be calling it an end to today's stream here in about 15-20 minutes anyway. So I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more passes on this thing. And then we're going to fly back to Hilla and dock up for the day. Currently trying to find time to finish the BattleTech story. Nice. That game looks interesting. I'm still not entirely sure what to think of it as a whole, but it does look quite interesting. BioWare and their finest blown away. It won't happen again because BioWare is with EA. Yeah, I know. Feels bad, man. It's like, it's one of the reasons why I'm so disappointed with Mass Effect Andromeda is because it had the potential to be great, but EA being EA kind of ruined, you know, that chance and potentially ruined an opportunity to keep that series going. Like, I don't know if BioWare is going to bother, you know, making another one after that. Like, it's still possible to salvage the Mass Effect franchise. Still very possible, but I guess we'll just find out eventually. If they ever bother to come back to it. I'm also kind of,
2, 1, engage.
There was an opportunity for DLC with Mass Effect Andromeda to continue that story and perhaps let it, you know, redeem itself to a certain extent. But I don't think it's going to happen anymore. Because, like, there was supposed to be the Quarian arc. You know, they were talking about that, you know, a little bit through, you know, through the game. And, you know, they even mention it at the end of the game. You know, hey, we got the, you know, they talk about it just ever so briefly. In a way that is sitting here thinking, okay, maybe we're going to get to go, you know, there's going to be some story about the Quarian arc. Nope, not anymore. Feels freaking bad, man. Yeah, exactly, Michael. I know. Fallout 76. I couldn't give any less fucks about Fallout right now. When it comes to Bethesda, the only thing that I want to see from them right now is a continuation of the Elder Scrolls series. That's it. Like, I don't care if Skyrim is still making them money and they still have to port it to the frickin' Switch and iOS. I don't care. They're just annoying the hell out of me at this point.
Recon limpet. Link established.
There we are. Okay. I think that is about it here for today. We're gonna fly back to Hilla, and then once we get docked up there, we'll call it a day. Yeah, I haven't played a Fallout game for a very long time. I never even touched Fallout 4, and it just doesn't interest me that much.
2, 1, engage.
Yeah, I know, Michael. Like, It took them... Oh, yeah, Anarias. I kind of like this one as far as data goes. It's a lot easier to stomach. But Andromeda did get a lot better with the patches that came out, you know, over the course of, you know, the 3-4 months after its release. And I actually played it again just a couple of months ago to see if anything had really changed. And the animations, for one, are leaps and bounds better than they used to be. They fixed, like, the whole "my face is tired" meme. They kind of fixed that one. Yeah, that scene is still a little, like, it's just still a little stupid, but it's better by far. Like, so, like, the whole average level of the thing is much better. The combat is still kind of like, I like it, but it doesn't seem like it's all that groundbreaking to me. The Mako still doesn't have guns, which, you know, they were never going to change that, but I kind of like, you know, the vehicle that has guns.
Fuel scooping complete.
I played some of the multiplayer when Andromeda first came out, and I just don't know what to think of it, really. It just seems like the enemies are unnecessarily hard. Like, they just gave them gigantic health pools for no reason.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, Anarias, we'll see you later, man. Take it easy. Nice, Michael. I think I've played the original trilogy of Mass Effect probably... Oh, jeez. I think I've done a complete playthrough of all three of the first 3 games probably 7 or 8 times. I will say that Renegade Femshep is hilariously entertaining. And extremely rude, but it's funny.
4,
It's very entertaining.
2, 1, engage.
Pre-battle setup and items for Andromeda multiplayer is pure overcomplicated crap. I feel you there. Hey, NDK, what's going on, man? Same with Dragon Age, you're a BioWare fan. After the EA sale, you're a little saddened. Yeah, you know, I kind of liked Inquisition, though. As a matter of fact, I upgraded my PC. When Inquisition came out, I was still using a Core 2 Duo. I was using a 2-core, you know, a dual-core CPU at the time. And I actually had to upgrade my PC just to be able to run Inquisition.
Engage.
I remember that. And yeah. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that crap anymore. That PC is long gone though. I don't. What the hell did I even do with it? There's a Core 2 Duo, the GTX 470, and there was a reference style card with a blower style cooler on it too. Yeah, Core 2 Duo E8500 if I remember correctly.
3, 2,
With a GTX 470, and I think I had like 4 gigs of DDR2 RAM in it, at least originally, and then I upgraded, went to, I think I went up to, was it 8 gigs? Yeah, it was 8 gigs of RAM, you know, DDR3 with FX80, with the AMD FX8350 is what I upgraded to. Yeah, Inquisition was kind of a mixture between the two. Dragon Age 2 was very simplistic in comparison, but I do kind of enjoy the streamlined style of the combat
4,
for what it is.
1, engage.
Some, like most of the same basic functionality between Origins and Dragon Age 2 was there, but 2 was definitely streamlined. Almost unnecessarily so, but I didn't really mind that a whole lot personally. DA2 was a hack and slash, kind of, unless you were playing a mage. Then it was a little bit less hack and slash and a little bit more. It was a little bit more tactical if you were playing as a mage, but
2, 1,
it was nothing like DA1 as far as, you know, having to actually pay attention. Feeling hot but good. Feels good, man? Yeah, we're about to call it a day, actually, Andy. I got started on today's stream a little bit later than I normally do, but I mean that's all right though.
warning, temperature critical.
No, you hush it. You stop that. But yeah, no problem, Guero. I will be streaming again tomorrow. For those of you who don't know or haven't watched Obsidian Ant's video that he put out today, we are going to be doing another creators roundtable
4, 3,
tomorrow. It'll be at 6 p.m. BST, so noon my time. So it'll be starting about 2 hours earlier than when I normally start streaming. Oh, the 470. Yeah, that card. It was toasty. It was a very toasty thing. Now, the one thing that I experienced was that I never actually got the thing to heat up all that much. You know, a lot of other people that were using 470s, you know, were getting like 70, you know, like 70 degrees Celsius, 75,
warning,
80,
temperature critical.
you know, that kind of stuff. When I was using it, I very rarely saw it go over 55 degrees Celsius. It almost never went above that. The story in DA1 was more epic.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
I mean, I can see that. Like, it's definitely epic, but then DA2, Dragon Age 2 is kind of the same thing as what I call Mass Effect 2. They're setups to the next game in the series. Here we are, Siemens Vision. Americans always late. Feels like back-to-back World War champions, man. I shouldn't say that. It wasn't just us. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Yeah, I think DA1 was by far more epic. And the same like with Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 was by far more epic than, say, at least storyline wise, than Mass Effect 2. But the stories were both in both of these series. The second game was still very important because it was setting things up for the third one. If you had jumped from, the first to the third, you'd be missing so much. Like, you could have, like, tried to squish that into, like, the beginning of the game, like, include it. Like, if you had smashed, say, like, Dragon Age 2 and 3 into 1, and then the same with, like, Mass Effect, like, you could have tried to get away with it, but it's almost too much. So I feel like they made the right decision in making them separate games. Yes, we're back, Theo. But, as I said, though, we're about to call it an end to today's stream here in just a couple of minutes when we get docked up here and sell off these limpets that I'm still carrying. Dun da da dun dun da 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 da. I might actually log back in later and go abuse that thing some more. Maybe. Because here's what's going to happen. I'll shut the stream off, and then I'm actually going to be starting up the beta for the Crew 2. Because I got into the closed beta for the Crew 2. Those of you who haven't been paying attention to the Discord, I got into the closed beta for the Crew 2. So I'm going to be starting that up here shortly. And I'm going to see what it's like. And I intend on streaming it, but we'll have to see if it agrees with that, if it's something that I can stream, or if it's something that requires me to pay attention a little bit more than usual, which would complicate streaming. So I'm gonna play it a bit tonight and see what it's like, and make a decision on whether or not I'm gonna stream it tonight. Otherwise, I'll probably do some videos for it, that kind of thing. Come on, there we are.
Ship is on the ground. Perform landing checklist. Greetings, Commander.
And let's see, advanced maintenance, the restock, Olympus. I wish I could just click a sell all button for these. Frontier, we could use that. It would be helpful. I'm just saying, Frontier, help me out here. There we go. All right, that's taken care of. We'll return to the surface. Then we'll set up with a good angle to finish things out on. Gotta go to bed, Theo? Alright, man. Have a good night and take it easy. Did he? Well, maybe he got in on it too. I know, I'm actually kind of surprised that I got in on it, to be perfectly honest. Alright, but now that we are docked up here, I'm going to go ahead and call it an end to streaming for today. I will be back live tomorrow at noon US Central, 6 p.m. BST. And we're going to be doing another Creators Roundtable discussion with Obsidian, Ant, Yamix, and any of the others that decide to show up. But on that note, guys, I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, so we'll do the Creators Roundtable, and then I will probably do another stream after that. I'll probably take a little bit of a break and then, start up another stream and go from there. So until tomorrow, guys. Andy, I just got it on Friday, so it has only been 6 days since I bought the thing. So until tomorrow, guys, take it easy, fly dangerous, because flying safe is most certainly ridiculously boring. Nobody likes to fly safe. And yeah, take it easy, guys.